Welcome to the Abbotsford School District's Workplace Safety Orientation. My name is Tanya Tai. I'm the Manager of Organizational Health and Safety for the district. This presentation will provide an overview of the district's workplace safety program. There will be a short quiz at the end. Let's get started. The Workers' Compensation Act and Occupational Health and Safety regulations are available for staff through a link on our workplace safety page on AbbeyConnect or by visiting WorksafeBC.com. The district's workplace safety program is also available on AbbeyConnect and includes corporate policies, programs, safe work procedures, and resources for staff safety. The overarching program document is the Orange Safety Binder, which is available at our work sites, along with the Supplementary Procedures Binder, which includes documents to support site safety, such as the Asbestos Management Program. The district's workplace safety policy describes its commitment to achieving high standards for workplace safety by ensuring safe conditions and practices are in place. When it comes to workplace safety, there are three important rights to remember: the right to know, the right to participate, and the right to refuse. Every worker has the right to know about hazards at their workplace and about the control measures to manage the risk. Everyone has the right to participate in the safety program, which can mean bringing forward safety concerns and solutions, joining and working with the safety committee, engaging in training or safety week activities. Every worker has the right, duty, and obligation to refuse unsafe work. If you feel work is unsafe, do not proceed. Say no. Advise your supervisor of your concern and work with your supervisor on a safe way to do the job. If there remains a difference of opinion on what the safe method is, contact the Manager of Organizational Health and Safety, who will engage the team, including safety committee members, in a review of safe work procedures related to the task. Employers are responsible to provide safe work sites and procedures. They have to report all injuries to WorksafeBC and provide training for workers. Supervisors have many responsibilities for safety, including ensuring staff are following safe work procedures, providing orientation and instruction, completing accident investigations, implementing corrective action, and consulting with safety committee members. Workers are responsible for following all safe work practices set out by WorksafeBC and the district. They must report all injuries and unsafe conditions to a supervisor immediately. They must correct unsafe conditions where it is safe to do so, and conduct all work in a respectful and professional manner. Just to reiterate the importance of reporting safety concerns, workers are required by Section 3.10 of the regulations to report unsafe conditions as soon as possible. Doing so is critical to the incident prevention process. There are 4 key steps to remember in the incident reporting process. Number 1, any injured person must receive prompt care for injuries. Whether first aid or medical aid, the person must get immediate care. Number 2, the supervisor must be brought in the loop as quickly as possible. This means once the person has care, we need to report this to the supervisor so they can support, care for the person, and address the hazard so no one else gets injured. Number 3, next the supervisor is going to submit an incident investigation report. Number 4, finally, if a worker received care from a physician, workplace safety will be contacted. A safety committee is a joint worker management committee required by WorksafeBC regulation. Safety committees meet once a month and work together on improving workplace safety. The Abbotsford School District has 2 types of safety committees. Each workplace has a site-based committee who review incidents, conduct inspections, and promote safety at the worksite. The other type is the overarching district committee made up of representatives from across the workplace. This committee meets to review incidents, analyze trends, develop initiatives and solutions, and promote workplace safety. The district has developed a violence prevention program in its commitment to ensuring a secure environment safe from threats or any acts of violence. Any potentially violent situation must be reported to a supervisor immediately. Student safety incidents are incidents where student behavior poses a risk of injury to staff. These incidents are reported using the Student Safety Incident Form. When a student safety incident is reported, helping teachers from Learning Support Services will work with the principal to conduct a risk assessment. The risk assessment will determine prevention measures, such as a safety plan, for staff who work with those students. Staff who report student incidents will additionally be provided an opportunity to give constructive feedback on the prevention measures taken through our Workplace Violence Prevention Employee Survey. CPI Nonviolent Crisis Intervention Training is available to assist staff in incident prevention. Asbestos is a naturally occurring fibrous mineral that was a popular building material from the 1950s to the 1990s. If you work or reside in a building built before 1990, it is likely that at least some parts of the building will contain asbestos. If asbestos-containing materials are in good condition and left intact, they do not pose a significant danger. However, these materials are hazardous when they deteriorate or are disturbed, such as when they are handled, sanded, drilled into, or broken up so they crumble. The district has implemented an asbestos management program. This program is a management system to control the disturbance of asbestos-containing materials. All pre-1990 buildings and structures have been assessed, and reports are available that identify any asbestos-containing material. Asbestos summary reports are kept in the Supplementary Procedures binder at each site, as well as online on AbbeyConnect. Other forms of identification include door frame hazard labeling, as well as large red dots that are over 5 centimeters in diameter, where labels could not be used, such as an outside block wall. Staff that suspect an asbestos leak or disturbance has occurred must immediately report it to the site supervisor, who will contact facilities management. Each worksite has 2 designated occupational first aid attendants available, as well as first aid equipment, including automated external defibrillators. When you are assigned to a new site, a site-based orientation will be provided to ensure you understand emergency procedures at that location. Biohazardous materials. Blood and body fluids can be infected with tiny organisms that can cause disease in humans. These microorganisms include bloodborne pathogens such as HIV and hepatitis B and C viruses. Safe work procedures must be followed when dealing with biohazardous materials, including sharps such as needles. If you find a needle at your workplace, do not touch it and ensure no one else touches it. Contact a supervisor immediately. The supervisor will ensure safe work procedures are followed in dealing with the sharp. Upon request, hepatitis B vaccination will be made available for staff who may have occupational exposure to hepatitis B virus. Staff included in this program include elementary resource room staff, grounds crew, bus drivers, mechanics, educational assistants, custodians, and plumbers. The district has implemented a confined space entry program. This program restricts access to confined and enclosed spaces throughout the workplace. Authorized facilities and workplace safety trained personnel only are permitted to enter confined and enclosed spaces. Working alone or in isolation is a workplace hazard. For workers that work alone, a system of checks at reasonable intervals must be put in place as a means for emergency communication for that worker. If you are working alone or in isolation, please ensure you familiarize yourself with the site-specific process in place for those checks. Speak with your supervisor for more information. Personal protective equipment, or PPE, must meet or exceed regulatory requirements for the task being undertaken. Your supervisor will provide you with instruction on use, limitations, and maintenance of the equipment. Hearing protection is one type of personal protective equipment that is required for environments with noise levels exceeding 85 decibels for the duration of the day. Annual audiometric hearing testing is undertaken for workers including shop teachers, music and band teachers, and maintenance staff. Musculoskeletal injuries account for over 60% of our workplace injuries. These include sprains, strains, repetitive stress, and overexertion injuries. Musculoskeletal injury prevention measures include situational awareness and use of proper tools and equipment such as ladders or lifting devices. The Workplace Hazardous Materials Information System, or WHMIS, is a system for the safe management of chemicals or hazardous products in the workplace. The three main elements of WHMIS include labels, safety data sheets, and worker education. In 2015, Canada legislated updates to WHMIS known as the Globally Harmonized System. These changes include symbols, categories, and information for safety data sheets. Workplaces have until 2018 to fully implement the new WHMIS requirements. Please enjoy the following video from WorkSafe BC on bullying and harassment. The district's bullying and harassment policy is located in Administrative Procedures Manual, Section 418. This policy identifies the key steps to take if you are concerned about or experiencing harassment. Any concern about harassment must be reported to a supervisor or to Human Resources so it can be immediately addressed. As discussed throughout the presentation, your supervisor is your main point of contact for health and safety. Many resources are available on the Workplace Safety page of AbbeyConnect, and safety committee members and OH&S staff are also available to discuss workplace safety matters. Thank you for your time and attention. Please proceed to the next section to complete the Workplace Safety quiz. When you're ready to proceed, click the Start Quiz button in the lower right-hand corner of the page.